This is you. You're a 5'4" balding janitor. And you're saying to yourself, why am I such a subhuman? Now let's be real, it's probably your genetics, but I'm here to help you maximize your genetics to the most potential it can possibly be. Now no, I'm not gonna guarantee you that you're gonna get as much girls as Lachowski here, but after listening to the 5 supplements that I'm gonna list throughout this video, you're gonna be one step closer. But bear in mind, these 5 supplements are the best ones I could possibly find on the internet, and in my opinion, are the best bang for your buck. So with that being said, let's bang Stacey's like Lachowski, bone smash like Barrett, and recruit your hunter eyes like O'Pryor. Coming in at number 5 is going to be ashwagandha. Now the reason why ashwagandha has placed last in this list is because it's more of an indirect way of Looksmaxxing. Essentially what it does is reduce cortisol levels in your body. And obviously when your cortisol levels get too high, your testosterone decreases. And if your testosterone decreases, well, good luck getting fucking anything done, especially Looksmaxxing. I'm talking muscle growth, mentality, hell, even your dick is going to not work. Now if you're someone who doesn't really tend to get anxious and you've tried ashwagandha and it hasn't really worked for you in the past, I suggest just saving your money and moving on to something else, like maybe Fidosia agrestis or Tonkadali. But in my opinion, ashwagandha has helped me immensely because I personally am someone who does suffer from a bit of anxiousness from time to time, and this stuff really helps me settle down. Now coming in at number 4 is good old creatine. Now the reason why creatine is at number 4 for today is because muscle mass past a certain point is a bit of a meme. And what I mean by meme is that some people get into the gym a little bit too much and start to abuse PEDs and just get as big as possible because that's what they think attracts women, which we all know it doesn't. Now don't get me wrong, muscle mass and an aesthetic physique like myself will 100% boost your sex appeal and attract more women. So creatine is absolutely worth it, and it plays a role in increasing your muscle mass exponentially throughout the year. I personally have been supplementing it for about 3.5 years for now, and it's almost like second nature to me at this point, and I know for a fact it definitely has helped me pack on some pounds. And what I mean by that is that the pounds that I'm packing, creatine actually stores water weight within your muscles. Now it's not the bad water retention when you consume a fuck ton of sodium, I'm not talking about that. This is not the type of water that's going to bloat you, and it's actually going to help you be stronger in the gym, be able to perform more reps, and just perform much better overall. I like to class it as legal steroids. It's what your mummy thought was steroids when you first started working out at 14, and for good reason. Moving on to number 3, and a not so heard of one before, is glucosamine. Now glucosamine, in my opinion, is quite an underrated supplement, especially for you turbo manlets out there. By supplementing glucosamine from 3 to 8 weeks, you can expect to gain half an inch to an inch of height. Well, to be honest with you, an inch is on the generous end. You're typically only going to gain about 1 to 2 centimeters at most. But hey, every millimeter counts. And the way that this supplement actually makes you taller is because the discs in your spine throughout the day actually compress. And by supplementing glucosamine, this actually prevents from the spine compressing as much as it does. And you probably didn't know this, but you actually have a morning, a night, and an afternoon height. So this fluctuation typically results in around half an inch to an inch throughout the day. For me personally, I wake up at about 6'2", and then by the end of the day, I could be in like the 6'1" to 6'1.5" range. But by supplementing glucosamine, I can stick around almost 6'2" the entire day. So if you're someone who's 5'11.5" and you got measured in the afternoon, I strongly think you should start supplementing this, because then you can claim that magical number 6. Coming in at second place is potassium chloride. Now, if you've been following my channel for a while, chances are you already heard me talk about this one, but I'm gonna give you a quick rundown of how this works. So this is you. You've just hit a filthy gym session with the boys. An old mate next to you says, "Guzman," and that puts a little dirty thought in your mind, and you're thinking, damn, a Cali burrito does sound nice today. So the little devil on your shoulder persuades you into getting a Cali burrito. Or wait, hold on. You're already there and your mate tells you, "Should we get a family fiesta?" And you're thinking, "Oh, I shouldn't, I really shouldn't." But then you go, "My body, my body." And as we all know, fast food is sodium ridden. And what sodium does is bloat the fuck out of your face. So to put it into perspective, the recommended limit per day of sodium is around 400 milligrams. So you're probably thinking, oh, in fast food, there's probably like, oh, what, 600, 700? Nah. In a singular burrito, there's about 2,000 milligrams. You get a family fiesta, add chips and another burrito, that's gonna put you all the way up to about 5,000 milligrams. And that amount of sodium is gonna cause you to retain a fuck ton of water. And retaining water actually gives the illusion of holding more body fat. But the angel on your shoulder comes along and says, "Rorz, I know you've been naughty. You've had a dirty, filthy Guzman Gomez session, but I have found a resolution. But be careful though, because if you consume too much of this shit, your heart will probably stop beating." And here you're thinking, that's worth it. Anything to brutally log the masses. But wait, there's a catch. In order to debloat the amount of sodium you've just consumed, which is 5,000 milligrams, there needs to be a 1-to-3 ratio. 3 being potassium, 1 being sodium. So that means you have to consume 15,000 milligrams of potassium, which if you consume 15,000 milligrams of potassium chloride in a day, just make sure to have 000 or 911, whichever country you're in, on speed dial. What I recommend consuming of this stuff is just about a teaspoon per day. Or if you've been naughty and gone to Guzman y Gomez, I suggest having around 5,000 milligrams at the most. And this will successfully debloat your face, causing you to be chiseled like the Greek gods.
Ridiculously good looking.
Now you're probably thinking, Rorz, there's absolutely no way that there's a better supplement than potassium chloride. Well, I got news for you.
This one causes birth defects, do not use it pregnant, do not become pregnant during use or within 1 month of stopping treatment, reading close patient information, adhere strictly to precautions.
Probably thinking, what the fuck is this? It is APO isotretinoin, rather Accutane. Now, some of you may know you do need a prescription for this, but if you're an acne-ridden incel, as I such was, this is a lifesaver. And by lifesaver, I mean literally. I would not be talking to the camera today if I had this much acne. That's how insecure it made me. For me personally, I'm supplementing around 20 milligrams per day, prescribed by my dermatologist. Yes, you do need to visit a dermatologist. Although there are some other ways of doing it. You know, obviously there's the black market. You didn't hear that from me, of course, but make it as you will. Now, I only suggest getting on Accutane if you do suffer from stubborn acne that will not fuck off, and it is causing to looksmin the fuck out of you. But if you get a couple pimples here and there and they tend to go away after a while, I suggest just enduring it, you soppy cunt. Now, I do suggest getting on this stuff as soon as you can if you are acne ridden, because your acne will begin to scar. You are able to actually get rid of these scars through microneedling. Now, I suggest not going to a dermatologist for an appointment because they're money hungry scumbags. Instead, just get yourself a Derminator or the Derminator 2, and then there should be a plug which you can choose with your country. So instead of paying thousands of dollars to get all these little microneedling spots from a single session, you can have your at-home kit and you literally just have to put it around your face for about $250. Also, not sponsored, but I'd probably just save you some money. Which also means you now owe me and you need to like and subscribe. And if you don't, I will pray to Gandhi and make sure you're an incel for the rest of your life. You utter subhuman. Thanks, Bryce, for watching. Walk your past self, and I'll see you in the next one.